This video is going to show you how to properly scan your pinhole negatives, and I'm going to lead you through this step by step. Now, the first thing you want to do is to choose the correct computer that has a scanner attached to it. And if you notice, on the computers, on the scanners, they're all marked with an arrow pointing to the computer and the number of that computer. So make sure you choose the correct scanner and computer. Second thing is you take the scanner and you open up the lid and take a look here the way I've positioned these two negatives. Now you can do more than one. You can do up to four 4x5 negatives or pictures at the same time, and the scanner will recognize them and scan them individually. But take a look there. You have to put about 1/4 of an inch space between the photos, and you also have to have about 1/4 of an inch space that you want to drop down from the face of the scanner. Okay? So the next thing that you're going to do after you close up the scanner, you want to find the Photoshop icon on the screen. You'll see it there. And you double click on that and open up Photoshop. Now once that's open, just minimize it. You're going to use that in a minute. You go back to the screen again, and now you're going to open up the scanner by double clicking on the scanner icon. Okay, when that opens up, it's going to look like this, as you see right there on the screen. And you'll notice that the lower left there, it says scan. All you have to do is hit that button. Okay, just click on it, and the scanner is going to begin to do its work. And it should, if you've positioned the papers properly, be able to recognize, you know, your 1, 2, or 4, whatever number of photos you have there. And if you take a look, it's going to tell you what type of document it is, and it's going to tell you that the number of sequences that you're in. So if there are 4 of them, it will say 2 of 4 or 3 of 4 or whatever. Now, once that is done, once the scanner is done, that dialog box should disappear. But now you have to find your photos. So you go back to the screen and you open up My Computer. And what you're going to search for is a little box called My Pictures. That's it should be on the left-hand side there. You'll see it scrolling down. And you double click on that, and your pictures have been saved to that box. Okay? Now, at this point, you bring up Photoshop. Okay? And then you take, and if you can, you just click, after Photoshop is open, you click on that dialog box that's My Pictures, and you're just going to drag and drop, as you've seen I've done here. I just grabbed one of them that's highlighted in blue and dragged it over. See it there on the left. And it's going to pop open in Photoshop, as you see here. Okay? Now take a look at this. This image is upside down. Now, obviously, all I'd have to do is go in and, when I first put the negatives in, put them in right side up. But I didn't. So, and this happens quite frequently. So what do I do now? That image is upside down. Well, in Photoshop, it's very easy to correct that. You go up to the top bar, and you see there, I've clicked on Images, okay, and I scroll down, and I go to Image Rotation, and I click on 180. That is, I'm going to flip it all the way from top to bottom, okay? So you see here in the next slide, it's automatically corrected, and it's now right side up, okay? Now, we're going to want to save this photograph. So what we do is we go File, Save As, and we're going to click on that, and you're going to find, you have to go Browse and find Photo C. That is the student drive, and you go into Photo, and then 2011-12, and then you get your correct period. Here I've chosen period number 2, and I open it up, and you see here, there's my file that's called A Wonderful Student.